Hi, this is John from the show. You know me as someone that likes to joke around. The one thing that I take very seriously is food. Did you know that if you don't eat for just a week, you could become sick or even die? As someone that subscribes to several video streaming services, Prime shopping services that include video streaming services, and the one where they send random crates of loot, I just don't have time to cook or can even remember that it's necessary. The answer is yet another subscription service. That's right, Stained Apron. Each week, Stained Apron sends a box of food directly to your home. They decide exactly what you'll be eating and include easy, step-by-step directions, so you won't be burdened with any of that learning or creativity ever again. The meals look great in pictures and are pretentious sounding, so if they don't taste good, that just means you're uncultured and dumb. Dishes like warm cauliflower kale salad with soft-boiled eggs and something French sounding. Potato and broccolini samosas with coconut lentils and yogurt. Ugh. I mean, yum! I don't know what any of that is, but if it frees up more time for binge-watching Gilmore Girls, then I'll gladly shove it into my face as quickly as possible. Use coupon code EATSHOW for 10% off your first meal and to put 10% more into my pocket. Edit that part out. Subscribe to Stained Apron and let your family know how much you love them by heating up pre-made food that's been in the mail for a week. Stained Apron!
Welcome to The Anomaly, the contradistinct, uncensored, unmonetizable, and deemed unwatchable by the mainstream masses. We are the ones they cannot control and attempt to hold back, but together we form revolution. The Ramborgia. Welcome to John Rambo Presents the show. Stay ballsy. Don't take any shit from anyone.
In this highly volatile political climate, it's easy to believe that people are too divided to ever come together and to fix our many problems. It seems likely that we are all surely doomed. That's the end of the show. That's all I have.
Oh, okay. Well, hey guys, it was nice to see you.
But then, OJ, like a magnificent explosion of light slicing through the darkness, something can occur that revives your belief in humanity and the possibility that God, or many gods do, in fact exist and love us. One such thing did happen to me recently, John.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving the car. I drive a car. It's not a very good one, but I do drive a car. And the person coming at me from the opposite direction. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yes, the oncoming vehicle.
The oncoming vehicle. A person that does not know who I am, has no reason to care about me or my problems or the challenges that I face on a daily basis, which are grand. He has no reason to aid me in any way, shape, or form. And for no financial reward, not even any kind of notoriety. I don't know who they are. I can't find them now. I can't thank them for what they've done.
Not that you haven't tried.
Well, I did find out who they were, but I'm not going to reveal that right now on the show.
Okay.
This person drives by me. What do? They flash their lights at me. Flash their lights at me, John. Is it because they think I'm very attractive?
Well, it could be.
Possibly, but probably not.
But you are.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I already know that. I don't need you to tell me.
Okay.
Don't stare at me too long anymore. You're not worthy of my beauty.
Okay.
Is there something perhaps attached to my car, maybe like a hidden animal? I'm dragging its carcass down the street, and they're flashing their lights at me. It was not the case, as I checked later on. Do you know what this means when someone flashes their lights at you, John? Do you know
Usually
what that's
it means there's a police car nearby.
You are absolutely correct. I drove maybe a mile, and there it is, speed trap, where the speed drastically drops at a turn or something for no reason, and there he is, the officer, waiting.
Oof.
And I was fine. I wasn't speeding in the first place. This adds to the grandeur of this man who did this. It's not like
change anything. Just keep driving.
Well, it's just like a heads up,
Yeah.
It's for no other reason than to say, we're all in this together. I will help you avoid this speed trap. It's people taking care of each other. It's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I tried to help somebody like that the other day, but it did not work.
Did you blind them and they crashed their car?
No, but very apt guess. I was leaving the office and 2 cars behind me. It's dark, by the way. It's maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. It's dark.
Sure.
And it's obviously headlight time. I'm leaving the parking garage and I notice 2 cars behind me. Their lights are off. And I flash my lights. I don't flash my brights. I turn my lights on and off really fast because I don't like flashing brights because it can actually blind somebody.
Yeah.
So I turn my lights on and off, and nobody seems to get the idea. My hope was that the car with their headlights off would go, "That's weird. Why does that person keep flashing their lights? Lights. But no. And I'm like, well, I did my part. I tried. I keep driving. I got on the highway, and the car is behind me now. So I figure, okay, I'll let them get into the left lane. It's a 2-lane road. And when they pass me, I'll, flash my lights on and off. Well, they passed me without signaling, by the way. So this black giant BMW just kind of goes into the lane invisibly. I flash my lights at them, and they don't do anything. Not one thing. I mean, I tried.
Do you know what happened to them?
I don't know, but if you're going to drive like a jerk, don't get vanity plates. I've memorized their license plate because it's stupidly easy to memorize. Like, it's ingrained in my head now. Even if I didn't want to, it would be there.
It's Pussy Magnet, isn't it? I know that guy.
But here's the thing. Magnets also repel.
Yeah, probably. Well, if you have that on your plate, you do. I imagine you do repel. I would hope.
Well, you'd be safe from Zubats.
Well, you could get in major trouble if they catch you doing that, alerting the other drivers.
Really?
Yes. Now you're not going to do it ever again, are you?
What? Why? What are they going to get?
If you're alerting the other drivers that there's a cop, you could get in major trouble. You get a ticket. It's probably worse than a speeding ticket.
A ticket for what? Telling someone to slow down? They're driving too fast.
Dude, I've heard of it happening before.
That's absurd.
So, those people know about this. So, and this guy who did this for me, he's putting himself in danger.
I mean, you could easily argue.
Well, you're ruining someone's business. You're ruining their business. That's why. If we gave, I don't know, is it horrible? I mean, I don't want. That's gonna get. No, I don't want to get blown. Well, look. Listen. If you're on the highway and you see a guy going like 90 miles per hour, you want a cop to take him out.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, I want the cop to do the thing where they ram into the side of the car and the guy's car flips a couple times.
That's a little too extreme. However, I do want Magneto's powers so I can do that myself and then gently put the car down on the side of the road.
After they're scared to death, now you've learned your lesson.
And if they have a heart attack, then I'll just fly their car over to the hospital. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm saying there's certain situations, but these speed traps is what I'm talking about. And where usually this happens, where they're just hanging out.
Like,
it's a road where there's no one really driving by. It's a slow road.
45 miles per hour, and then all of a sudden it goes down to 30 around a corner.
Yeah.
If you hit the brakes going 45, you will skid into the opposite lane and die.
And you're not really protecting anyone or saving lives. I mean, it's a whole thing.
I know. I mean,
but I'm trying to concentrate more on the act. Of this person. Yes.
The selfless act.
The selfless
this person
act.
Sticking their neck out for you.
So yes, prevent me from getting a ticket, and I can use the money now on other things like other expenses, like taxes and other versions of tickets that exist. I don't need extra tickets.
Unless you're at Chuck E. Cheese.
But it's like an unwritten rule of the road. Who came up with this? Somewhere down the line. Right?
But what? Yeah, that's the thing. It's so hard to communicate in a car.
And you do it so someone may do it for you.
A horn.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you know of any other rules of the road, any other communication forms?
Aside from the finger,
the bird?
I mean, well, there's multiple types of honking. Right, there's the, I want to murder you.
They're all aggressive, though.
But then there's also the...
Are there any, nice honks?
Yeah. You've obviously fallen asleep at the traffic light. Let me help you.
That's even got some aggressiveness to it, though.
A little bit.
It's not like slowly waking you up gently. It's like, you better wake up.
How would you do that in the car horn?
There's no nice way of using the horn. The middle finger is a universal thing.
Yeah.
I think I've told this story before, but I remember I was a kid and I heard my parents talking about how they were driving. Where someone came home and they're like, someone gave me the bird or I gave them the bird. And they were talking about the bird. And it was something with the hands. Was what I could figure out from the conversation. And I was like, what is this bird? What does this mean? And then I went to the other room and I tried to make a bird with my hands. Because I was so curious of how do you do this bird. And then I went up to them and I was like, is this the bird? And they're like, don't ever do that. I wasn't doing the right way. I was doing like a thing, like a bird, like with my two hands, with like wings flapping.
I mean, just the other day, I had to
give the bird.
Almost. I honked on my horn like crazy on Friday morning or afternoon. I was just driving down the street. Someone had just come off the highway because there's an exit right onto my street from the highway. They came off of the highway and there's a left turn they wanted to take. They didn't check for oncoming traffic. They just went. So I was about to T-bone into them. So I slam on the brakes and I slam onto the horn. What are you supposed to do? And the person just turned their head back to the right like, there's a road here?
Jeez.
What? It was a rather bad start to the day.
Yeah. Yeah, driving's a tough thing because you are trying to communicate with basically you're trying to communicate with everyone. Signals and is there a better way we could do this? Can you since everyone has phones now, could we somehow patch yourself in to someone else's phone that's next to you driving?
There's a really funny Yeah,
go ahead.
There's a really funny XKCD comic about that. Somebody in a luxury car cuts someone else off and at a light or something, and they're mad. They're like, "Wait a second! I saw a laptop in their car. Yep, it's set to auto connect on Wi-Fi. Let's get some voice synthesizers going and take a proverbial shot in the dark. I know you killed her. She'd be alive if it weren't for you." So basically, the gist of the comic is they hacked the other person's computer from their car and had it talk.
Some sort of IM system? Some sort of
if you could talk to other drivers. But the problem is you go past other drivers so fast and so frequently. Yeah. You don't have enough time to actually sit there and talk.
That'd be bad. People would be like driving next to each other just to be talking. They'd be having like some sort of we called car sex. Is that what you would call it? Moto sex. It would be like flash each other from the windows.
No, it'd be more like if you're at like a shopping supermarket and there's two carts going in the same direction, taking up the entire aisle.
Oh. What do you do in that situation?
Try and patch yourself into their conversation and yell at them. Because people, it's really strange. There is I feel like you're distracted differently when you're talking with someone in your vehicle and when you're talking with someone through a hands-free cell phone.
Really?
Like it's a different sort of distraction.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't seem the same.
Do you text and drive?
No, that is the devil. Yeah, although what's great is, so I've got a Google Pixel now, and I was talking to it, trying to figure out what I could do. I'm like, Google, text Matt, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I know you hate this practice, but I'm not walking. My hands are on the wheel, and I'm just trying to see what it'll do. And it's like
you were alone. You were in like a crowded restaurant, screaming.
Yeah. And it texts him, and then he replies, and I'm like, Google, read text message from Matt. It says, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that yet. What?
They're learning.
Google can't read your messages out loud, but it can send them for you.
Well, I'll just keep yelling at it. Be very abusive to it, and it may. I
was really mad. I was going to pick up a friend of mine, and the highways were just clogged. So my friends gave me alternate directions, get off the highway, and they said your GPS will take you here once you get off the highway. I get off the highway and I'm following the GPS, and it says, okay, go straight. Yep, turn left. I'm like, that's weird. Turn right. I'm like, shouldn't I still be on Route 1? Now get on ramp to highway again. I'm like, no. So I literally screamed at my phone as loud as I could. Okay, Google, avoid highways. And then in the nice, chirpy, happy Google voice, it says, avoiding highways. I felt so bad.
Maybe this is like the cure. This is the cure for humanity's problems. Is like we stop being abusive to each other and we start abusing machines.
Yeah, because humans can be very verbally abusive.
Yeah, so we just like let it all out on the machines. You just have a machine that reach you at the door and you like punch them. And you just start screaming at them.
The sad thing is, I feel really sad about hurting machines.
They're not alive.
Doesn't matter.
You belong to them.
Dude, I feel upset tearing up a piece of paper.
Well, you yelled at Google.
I know I did. I felt awful.
And now you're telling everyone proudly, bragging.
I wasn't proud or bragging. It was an unfortunate occurrence, and I felt I should atone verbally on the internets.
So what this man did for me in the car, and what OG did not do for machines that he abuses on a daily basis. What if everyone, just in the world, I make it sound so simple. What if everyone in the world just did right by each other, right? What would the world be like? Just simple things. And I always think about the train station. You go to a train station, right? You're waiting for the train. And you want to sit down.
Oh, heck yeah.
Your options is a strange metal bench thing that's like has like grates to it, and it's bolted into the ground. You can't even have cushions. You can't even have cushions because people will steal the cushions, or they will destroy the cushions, or spray paint them, or tear them in half, or hide drugs in them, or I don't know what goes on.
Or tear the drugs in half.
But they have to take a metal bench that it can't be moved either. People will take the whole thing.
Yep.
Or throw it into the tracks and film it for YouTube or something. I think that's how you judge a society, based on its railway seats, not by its economics, right? Or its housing market. Like, that says so much, doesn't it? You can't even have proper seats because they will destroy them.
Well, you can't really have... Well, yeah, there are outside cushions you can have, but...
If you bring your own?
I mean, there's outside furniture, but obviously they're not going to put them out there because people will steal them.
Exactly. So imagine if people just did the right things like that. And what is right, what is wrong? Yeah, it's a whole thing. But certain things are pretty black and white, I think, right? And
some things, yeah.
Imagine if no one would destroy or steal. Like, you could probably have nice couches out there. You could probably have, like, TVs.
Waterproof, though. Excuse me.
Well, you could have, like, a tent thing. But people,
that's nice.
We can't have nice things.
No.
It's very unfortunate. I think most people do the right things. Just select a few that decide to get a
muck it up for everybody.
Yeah.
The vocal minority.
And if you don't steal things, because you want things for free, so you steal them. I think more things would actually be available to you for free if people didn't take things to try to make them free that aren't free. You follow that?
If more things were available for free.
No, there'd be more free things.
If people didn't steal things.
If people didn't steal things that cost something.
Yeah, that when you steal, it takes out of the economy, right?
I just think you'd be more luxuries and accommodations for you, because everything has to be, okay, let's build this thing, but okay, oh shit, they might destroy it, so it has to be like this, has to be like that, right?
Well, did you hear about the Children's Hospital in New Zealand? I
am not keeping up with my New Zealand Children's Hospital news. For me.
They had a PlayStation 4 for the Children's Cancer Ward.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, and there's this little boy, this little boy who was sick, and I might be getting some of the details wrong, but regardless, his favorite game, like the game he played all the time, was Minecraft. Somebody stole the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, replacing a PS4 isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Replacing the hours that boy put into creating creations in Minecraft?
Terrible.
Yeah. Since then, the Child's Play charity has donated, I think, over $10,000 to the hospital. But think about that. That poor child, everything he worked for was taken from him by some jerk.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Well, that's my point. If you don't steal PlayStations, there's probably PlayStations everywhere for you to try and use. Just left out.
Certainly be more of them.
Yeah, that's my point. Let's try to do the right things out there.
Yeah.
Let's take it easy, man.
Take it easy.
Let's take it easy. So it's been a month, John. You've been taking it easy. It's February.
Nope.
How do you say it? February. How do you say it?
Pre-March.
You don't say the word? You just don't like it?
Post-January. February.
Oh, just being non-committal on his pronunciation. He doesn't want to be
I
wrong.
say February.
He knows I'm going to correct him. What do you say?
February. I'm doing it wrong now.
Put the R in it.
February.
What's been going on? No, you're having a bad month?
No, I'm just trying to do too much stuff.
Anything good?
Anything good? Yeah, I'm taking a performance class for swing dancing.
Wow. Swing
now,
dancing.
if I F it up, I'm effing it up for a lot of other people.
Like Brian Setzer?
I don't know.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies? Like that?
Maybe? I honestly, I don't remember a single Cherry Poppin' Daddies music
video. The Big Bad Voodoo Daddies? I think they all had daddies. There's all
what's
daddies.
The daddies, man?
You tell me. You're involved in the scene. What's going on with this daddy thing?
It's a scene now?
Yeah, it's the swing scene, right?
That's an entirely different thing. Is it not?
I have no idea. Swinger? No, not like swingers.
Okay.
What do you listen to when you do the swinging? I thought you would have
1920s music.
Oh.
Like,
it came back in the 90s. Remember this?
Yeah, a little bit like Zoot Suit Riot, that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like, that's like the big thing right now for me. Like, I missed one rehearsal. I got my, the third rehearsal is Friday. It's going to be kind of crazy. I'm a little worried because once it actually happens, like once we do the performance, I thought it would be like a few days, like, a few of the dances or whatever. It's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Wow. What are you hoping to achieve with this, John?
I'm lazy.
Goal in mind.
I'm a very lazy person.
Just to see if you can do it, perhaps.
I need a kick in the butt to do anything. So this is my kick in the butt. My self-inflicted kick in the butt.
Do you feel it difficult to maintain the schedule?
It will be for that week. If I can force myself to sleep up until then and train properly, I'll be okay.
If I could force myself to sleep? What is that about?
Dude, I am the biggest enemy of my sleep schedule.
You don't want to go to sleep?
I'll whine and complain about everything else, but the honest fact is I'm in bed reading a book for like an hour after I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I love reading.
Yeah. No, I have the same problem.
Yeah.
It's very annoying to go, I have to go to sleep now, I have to shut everything down.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things I want to be doing.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to do all the stuff I want to do. Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's really frustrating.
Can you go to sleep and then read in the morning?
Actually, I've been doing that to try and wake up in the morning because sometimes my alarm goes off and I can't move for a half hour. I just physically can't move.
Well, I find it really sucks when you have to get up and immediately, or you wake up and immediately get up. It's probably the worst thing. So try to have a nice amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time I like immediately moving when I get up is when it's like to go on a trip or something good.
Right.
Where I wake up and I'm just like, nope, F this place, I am out. Let's go.
To escape.
Yeah, let's do this.
Well, we wish you luck in your sleep and your dancing. Perhaps you don't.
Thank you.
Hopefully you don't combine the two. And
sleep dancing, that would be weird.
Yeah, don't confuse the two of them. Very different activities.
Yeah. You also don't want to confuse like sleep driving or sleep working.
Sleep working's okay if you get away with it.
If you get away with it.
Yeah. But the human body is a wondrous thing. It's a strange thing. Lots happening. Going on at all times.
Yes.
Very odd.
Very.
I've experienced many things with my body.
Please don't share all of them.
including about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
Had some minor surgery. I told you about this via
I know.
text, I think.
You phrased it so oddly. I didn't know what to expect.
I said I had minor surgery today.
Yeah.
OJ seemed very concerned.
Yeah, minor surgery. That makes me think like you had an operation of some sort.
Well, I did, but I mean, I said minor.
Yeah.
I was trying to like get a gift or something out of it. I said just surgery, or I was sliced open today or something. You know?
Yeah.
But OJ was very concerned, and I felt bad. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have told him.
It's okay. I just kind of didn't understand.
So I probably threw OJ's entire day off. He was so concerned about me that he couldn't work. I doubt any of this happened. Couldn't eat. No, he did sound generally concerned, which I think that's what I was looking for.
You were just looking for concern?
No, I was just telling you. I think
okay.
You're supposed to tell people this stuff in case, like, no one hears from you for several days after that. Then they'd be like, oh, wait, he told me he had surgery. I should probably go see if he's dead in his house, you know? You're supposed to spread the word a little, I assume.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Plus, I like to keep you informed of my bodily things. I know that you have a notebook of notes that you fill in when I tell you. I don't know. So anyway, I had like a strange lump form on the back of my neck. And this goes back a long time. When we went to Comic-Con, I think it was in 2015. We went to New York Comic-Con is when I like first noticed it. I think I remember telling you. I was like, this weird bump. And it was like, it didn't hurt or anything. It was like this weird kind of bump.
It was just there.
Just there all of a sudden. And so what I did, I went to many doctors over the next year, as we talked about ad nauseum, but I did show it to some doctors, and they said, it's a sebaceous cyst. Basically, you have glands in your neck and skin. Terrible at explaining this. Mostly like in your hair is, you have like glands and stuff, right? And it excretes sweat and oils and stuff come out of your glands.
Yeah.
So what could happen is the gland could fail, and it just kind of forms a pocket because all the sweat and oil just builds up in a pocket.
Gross.
And cannot get out of there. It's very weird.
Lovely.
So the doctors kind of like, the doctors I've shown in the past were like, you could have it taken out. It might stay how it is. You may never turn into anything. Just leave it like that. Or you can just have it taken out. Then you'll know it'll never be a problem. Or it could become annoying. It could grow. Right? So a year and a half goes by and there's really no problem. I don't like to do that kind of stuff if you don't like 100% need to do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there could be other problems. Like I'm the guy that's going to happen to where I'm like, oh, this thing doesn't hurt, take it out, and then they wind up like, slicing an artery or something, right?
Oh, don't even, please.
So yeah, like a year and a half goes by, and then a little bit over 2 weeks ago, just wake up one morning and things like just grown like 5 times the size. It's red. It's freaking hurting. It feels like a piece of wood is just stuck in there. Like not only from just how it feels, but like if you touch it, it feels like there's a freaking piece of something in there.
That's not good.
It was awful. Terrible. So I call the doctor and like you don't have like doctors in. I don't know what you'd have. I don't have like a doctor, like your own doctor.
Okay.
There's just these big corporate medical buildings now.
Yeah.
And
you just see whoever.
Yeah, pretty much. And they have all these different types of specialties in them, and you just kind of call. And I didn't even know who I was supposed to talk to. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's a piece of wood in my neck. I don't know. I don't know who I should see. They're like, probably the dermatologist. So I get an appointment with the dude. It really hurt. Like even if like your clothes like brushed against it, it would be extremely painful. Yeah, it was awful.
And it was like on your back or the back of your neck?
It was in the back of my like lower back of the neck. Where the hairline kind of ends.
Yeah.
So I just sit in this room waiting for the dermatologist. Guy comes in, just looks at it for 2 seconds, and he's like, "Yeah, that's infected. It's got to come out right now." And basically told me I was dumb for waiting to have it taken out.
Oh.
because if they do it when it's not hurting, they can make sure they get everything out. But if it becomes infected, then it's kind of like a big area that's all inflamed and stuff. It's harder for them to figure out where it begins and ends, I guess.
Oh, so they could miss it because everything looks red and on fire.
Or they can miss pieces of it, and they could... I don't know. It's awful. So I was like, yeah, it's going to come out right now. Here we go. Boom. I wasn't really expecting that. I thought they were going to do the usual thing where it's like, come back in 3 weeks, and then we'll do this.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing it right now. I'm going to get the nurse. And so I like lay on my stomach, and they stick the needle in. What is it? Anesthesia is what you call it?
Local anesthetic? Local anesthesia?
Local. Yeah, Novocaine or something. I don't know. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it hurt really bad because the guy stuck it right into the spot.
Oh.
He sticks it right in. And it was weird because he knows everything that's going to happen, like when it's going to happen. He's like, first it's going to sting. And it stung. He's like, now it's going to burn. Like right on cue. It was crazy.
By the way, the burning wasn't necessary. I just added that for fun.
Yeah. Now it's going to talk to you.
It'd be so funny if you had a little recorder like right there and you hit play.
Yeah, he was a comedian. Patch Adams.
Oh, gosh. He just starts trying to be like Carrot Top or something.
So then I feel it, man. It's definitely like a knife, right? Like a scalpel, I guess. And you don't feel the pain of it, but you feel like the pressure of it.
Yeah, the sensation.
Yeah, the sensation of being cut, but like you don't feel the terrible pain. And it's weird.
Gross.
It's like just feel like extreme like pushing down and then just like slicing. And you feel the liquid like on you, like starting to drip.
Oh man, why did I eat dinner before the show?
And then why'd I have the 5 pounds of meatloaf before the show?
No, it was lunch.
What did you have
For lunch or dinner?
for dinner?
Some soup and crackers and
it's
cheese.
not good. Soup is bad to have when I'm talking about this. And
Yeah,
then
no kidding.
and then it just like slices it, and then he's like using both of his hands and just like squeezing the skin and just pushing out all the stuff in there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. And
How big was it?
it was pretty. I probably should have taken pictures and stuff.
Ugh.
It was pretty disgusting. So this goes on for probably, 5 minutes of just squeezing. And I'm just laying there and he's like, okay, I got to get to another patient. The nurse will, suture you and stuff. And thanks. And
Nurse will assist.
and he just walked out.
Ugh.
But when I got up, I was talking to the nurse and because like they took all this stuff away. Like they don't want you to see anything. Like this is what I've kind of figured out from medical stuff. Like they don't want you to see anything that's going on. Like the instruments, even like the instruments I didn't see.
Well, that would make me nauseated.
Because they had me laid down first, and they probably brought the knives in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they don't know what people are going to do if they see the stuff and the knives and.
If you see someone coming after you with like a machete, you're going to think, "Nope, I can deal with this for the rest of my life. We're fine."
Yeah, but that's a big thing. They want people like freaking out. Maybe people pass out or puke or something if they see it.
Me.
But I was asking her like, what did it look like? I wanted to see the stuff that came out. And she just looks at me and she's like, it's basically orange cottage cheese. That's what she told me. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Regular cottage cheese is gross enough.
Yeah, that's how she described it. So she had thought of this. It wasn't like she had to think about it to describe it to me. She was ready with that right away. I had this like crazy bandage thing on my neck that had like a cup to it, so so like when this stuff, because it would keep like bleeding, I guess, throughout. I had to keep it on for 24 hours, and it would like fill. I guess it was filling this cup thing. When I took it off, it was like solid liquid in there. Yeah, it was weird.
Okay.
And now I have like a small like scar, and there's like a little bit of a bump. And I got to see if it comes back or not, because it's possible, because I waited so long.
Well, kids, if you have a cyst, get it removed. Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, get things checked out. I mean, it's certainly a good idea. Especially if you have insurance now, because you might be losing it soon, the way things are going. So get it done. The human body sucks. That's what I figured out. Maybe just mine does, but so much that could go wrong.
Gross.
It's pretty amazing at the same time. But going back to my thing about they don't show you anything, I'd like to have like some sort of a record of this, a picture, a video.
I'm shaking my head no.
No, because I mean, you go through like an amusement park, and you go on a stupid flume. You know what a flume is?
Yes.
That's a water ride, and they take your picture, and they're like, look what I did, the flume. Aren't I special? Imagine this kind of stuff you have pictures of that blows away the flume. Kidding me?
Oh, gosh, dude.
This is me being sliced open by the doctor.
I'm just picturing, like, the rivulets of liquid coming out, and then a Photoshop log flume over it.
Yeah.
It looks like they're riding the pus all the way down.
So you want to combine it with the flume?
Sure, yeah. Let's kill two birds with one stone.
So there you go, man. It was another adventure in medicine.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Do you think that's fun for the doctor to do, or you think he hates doing that? Depends on the type of guy he is. I
think it's indifferent at best.
He's like, all right, let's just do it.
Can you imagine if I knew my doctor had a pus fetish, I would find a different doctor. Because one would want to see pus.
But I'm not saying it's a fetish, but like your job is monotonous no matter what you do. So maybe that's something kind of breaks up his day. Like, before lunch I get to do this, and then I'll be done in 4 hours, you know?
I guess,
like it helps him get through the day. I'm just trying to help, maybe I'm helping him out.
I guess. I mean, maybe he's not as bored. Now he's got to play like Sherlock Holmes and hunt down every last piece of this thing.
Yeah, he seemed more annoyed than anything.
Well, because like this entire thing could have been avoided if you'd known that this could be the result.
Right.
But again, you're not qualified to make this sort of medical choice.
No.
Whoever you saw that first time who said, you don't need to do anything about it. That guy.
Well, I was dealing with other problems at the time. So I kind of went on the back burner. It's like your car, man. It's like we're going back to the car conversation. It's like the engine's busted. You're not going to worry about like the taillights and stuff. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel pretty unafraid of anything medical now. Like they could do anything to me. I'd be okay. Let's go.
It's not going to be as bad as X or Y.
No, just in life in general, I feel like I could do anything. I mean, cystoscopy. After that, you could basically do anything. There's no reason to be afraid of anything anymore. I mean, that was really something. So
that's still pretty.
So anyway, speaking of medical things, do you know what blood type that you are?
I don't remember now.
In case you were injured on the show, we need to give you blood. Do you know?
I don't remember.
I don't know either, actually. It's probably on a chart somewhere. Yeah, we should probably know that.
Yeah.
Do you know about Rh positive or negative blood? Do you know anything about this?
Is it like O negative or positive or something?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. It has to do with evolution.
It's evolution, baby.
Oh, that's a good song. Do we still believe in evolution, or is that now in question as well?
I think most rational scientists believe it is a possibility.
It seems like global warming is maybe people are now saying no. I think some people came out this very week and were saying the Earth is flat. Did you hear about this? Everything is now in question. This is where things have gone. If you have a Twitter account, you can basically say anything and at least someone will agree with you. It doesn't matter what it is. You can find at least
I'm a potato.
People. Well, I believe that.
No, I'll tweet that right now if you want.
No, don't worry about it. I'll do it later.
Okay.
But this is very, very interesting to me. I got on this big alien kick, and also after last month's show. I'm kind of behind. This is probably like 1996 with the X-Files. People were into this kind of stuff, but I've started to read more about this type of stuff, and I found this article about Rh positive or negative blood. It's very interesting. It's from truththeory.com. It says most humans have Rh positive blood, meaning they carry a gene originating from the rhesus monkey. But 10 to 50% of the people do not carry this gene.
So they're not related to the rhesus monkey?
I guess not.
Maybe they were Neanderthals?
A recently proposed theory is saying that people with the Rh negative blood type possess somewhat of an alien DNA. Studies surrounding this matter have found that Rh negative blood types do not have the key evolutionary gene from the rhesus monkeys that most other humans do. Of course, this begs the question, if we all came from monkeys, why would some people not have the rhesus monkey gene?
There's multiple monkeys.
They have a different type of monkey.
Yeah.
The 4 common blood types of today include AB, and O. The differences between each blood type is dependent on the proteins in the blood. But when it comes to Rh-negative blood types, which make up about 10 to 15% of the population, they don't have these proteins. Isn't that strange?
So what does that mean? If you have Rh-negative, then you can accept anything, or you can't accept any?
Individuals with Rh-negative blood type often have the following characteristics. They've got them down to a science here. They know about them. Well, to answer your question, from what I read, is that they can give blood to anyone, but if they need blood, it has to be their same type of blood.
Oh, like O negative, or is it O negative is universal donor, or O positive, the same sort of thing?
I think so. I don't know. Let's see if we'll continue here. So these people that have the Rh-negative blood have similar characteristics, like all the time. They have higher IQs, blue, green, or hazel eyes.
Hazel, yes.
That's you. The IQ part, I don't know. Reddish hair. You kind of have reddish hair on your chin.
Yeah, if I grow the goatee out.
Piercing eyes. You have that. Empathetic qualities. Yes, OJ.
Emphasis on the last couple syllables.
Oh my God, this is you. Listen to this. Let me just read them all in a row, and then I'll give my theory on OJ. Higher IQ, blue, green, or hazel eyes, reddish hair, piercing eyes, empathetic qualities, sensitivity to heat.
Oh.
Unexplained phobias.
Oh.
Highly tuned senses. This describes OJ.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But you'd think I would have been warned about this if I actually had one of those weird blood types.
Yeah, they probably would have told you.
Oh.
So maybe you don't have it. But what do you think about it? Do you know anyone that fits the qualification? What's your theory on this?
Reddish hair.
Sensitivity to heat.
I know
they're
one
basically
dude.
just saying they're gingers. That's all they're saying.
No, I know a dude who's got super blonde hair, blue eyes, sensitivity to heat.
What's his phobia? Something strange.
I don't know if he's scared of anything.
Stools.
I've never seen him be afraid. He usually wants to go do stuff.
Wet paint. All right, so this blood type is shrouded in even more mystery when we look at pregnant women. This is very interesting. Rh-negative women who become pregnant have difficulty delivering a baby with an Rh-positive blood type, as their bodies naturally attack and try to kill the fetus. Thus, they are given a special sterilization solution. So it's almost like their body's like, this is not right. This is incompatible.
These are not my pants.
Very strange, right?
A little bit odd.
Why would the woman's body attack the offspring it's been helping to give life to? This is where a relatively new theory comes in and suggests that's possible alien life has influenced this blood type. It's certainly very possible. It's certainly very possible that aliens visit our planet, as they've done for centuries, and somehow tool around with the genetics of mankind. After all, history from all over the world has shown time and time again, through ancient texts and depictions, that we've been visited by beings not of this world.
Tooled around, good choice of words.
But what are they accomplishing by giving people this blood that gives them red hair? Is it just like a joke? Look what we've done. They have empathetic qualities and sensitivity to heat.
Are we talking
about our new creation?
People of Celtic descent, because they've got red hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like a ginger type of person. Is it racist to say that? Ginger?
I don't know. I think. Wait, no. There's a song, dude.
It might be.
There's a song that goes, "Only a ginger can call another ginger ginger."
Oh shit! All right, I'm sorry. Some people believe Rh-negative blood is simply the result of a genetic mutation caused by an external factor, such as increased exposure to UV light. So now we're getting into mutants and X-Men and stuff. Of course, this theory raises new questions on its own. For example, if Rh-negative blood is a simple mutation, why do so few people on the planet have it? How much increased UV exposure would be required to produce such a genetic mutation? Is it feasible that someone would receive that much exposure through day-to-day life on Earth?
I mean, yeah, they could have gone by some radioactive uranium cave or something, too.
Maybe they're evolved from some other type of thing. Not the rhesus monkey. Maybe they're lizards.
Yeah, a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, why do they have a rhesus monkey as their mascot?
Because everyone's seen 12 Monkeys or something. I don't know.
I a commercial just have a monkey just eating chocolate and puking and I don't know, whatever. But
well, considering Cheap Candy Day was last week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a holiday?
February 15th. Yep. It's the only holiday that happens multiple times a year.
Is that like an anti-Valentine's Day thing or something?
No, it's just the day after Valentine's Day. All the candy is cheap.
I got you. Did you
so I got no, man. I got 2 Whitman samplers for like $7 or something.
This is like a known thing title people use for this.
It's what I call it.
Yeah, you created this then.
I mean, December 26th, February 15th, day after Easter, November 1st.
What's the day after Halloween? Fake blood day. For half off.
My gosh.
Fangs and
RH negative blood day.
Yeah. What's your take on this, John? What is your
I mean, there's all sorts of natural factors that could have contributed to it. It could have been a mutation. Mutations happen, man. I mean, someone could have just been out in the sun too long. Someone could have, I don't know, dropped some radium by their crotch or something. I don't know. Like, it's possible. Or some alien came down and started literally tooling around with people.
That seems like a stretch to just jump to the alien thing.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the RH negative people? Do you feel like we should perhaps find out who they are? Maybe build a wall, prevent them from entering the RH positive. Depends if it was
a sexy alien or not.
What?
Oh, sorry, I'm a step behind you.
Yeah, you're talking about something else. Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty interesting, though. No, all right.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking, like, I'd never heard of this before. It's weird. You'd think it would have come up when they were teaching us about blood types in health class or something.
They don't want you to know about it.
They don't want you to know that you might be one of the 10% of the population that needs special blood.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, I know, I feel like if this were me, I would have known already. Like, someone would have told me, though. I could see my parents hiding it from me until it was irrelevant.
They're going to tell you in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
They say, John, we have something to tell you. You might have alien blood.
I've already had 3 transfusions.
It's from your father's side.
How did I not die?
It's his fault. Well, you may be part alien, and you have to go back. I don't know.
I'll have to eat some chocolate to be sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the alien thing I don't buy, based on what I said before. It's like, all they did was make people that are sensitive to heat and unexplained phobias, so I don't... What were they trying to accomplish? I can see if they gave them actual powers. And my phobias
are explainable.
Yeah.
Bees are terrifying. End of story.
All right, so my further investigations led me to a wonderful website.
Kept going.
That I've... this is like a whole day here. I need the information. I need to know what's going on in the world, okay? So I found this website. It's wonderful. I'll be going there, spending some time there every day. It is nuforc.org, also known as the National UFO Reporting Center. So you can go to the site, and it breaks it down by state, and then by town. And you basically, it's a giant message board where people are writing strange things they've witnessed or seen.
Stranger things.
Basically, yes. And this goes on like all day. All the time, people are just posting things strange that they've witnessed or feel they've witnessed. And I've pulled a couple here that I thought were interesting to share with everyone. So here's what's from New York.
Okay, good state.
I basically only do New York and Connecticut. There's basically thousands and thousands of these things. So you can look up your own town. It's pretty cool. Your own, wherever you guys live, like you can look up your own state and town and
Des Moines.
See what's going on. Your street in some cases. This is from New York, and this guy wrote, on the Yankees versus Boston Red Sox broadcast on September 3rd, they had a close-up of the moon from one of their high-lens television cameras pointed at the moon. If you look to the bottom left of the screen, when they are showing the moon, you will see something streaking from the moon.
A naked man!
It's a very quick shot, but definitely something shooting from the moon.
He's tooling with people's DNA.
He's giving them red hair.
You know what I mean.
Qualities. So, yeah, what do you have to say? Well, I'll read them and you give your take on that.
Well, did the Red Sox win? That's the important takeaway.
Do you think they caught something? Shooting from the moon?
Yeah, they caught a World Series victory in 2004.
You're just using this opportunity to bash the Yankees here. Wow.
Well, I'm not bashing the Yankees. I'm propping up the Red Sox.
New Englander over here.
Hey, I'm from New York.
All right, here's another one. It's from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
It has a title, Aliens at My High School. There I was in school when all of a sudden I looked out to the window. I saw 25 cigar-shaped floating objects. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that they had glowing red lights adorning the sides of the craft. I was terrified. By the time I snapped out of my shock and tried to take a picture, clouds had covered the sighting. I swear on my life, however, that this did happen.
Huh. Well, in this day and age, everybody's got cell phones that can take pictures now, so
we can't
got to get on that, man.
We can't believe what you said. You should be able to take. He's in class, though. First of all, he's obviously not paying attention to the teacher.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble all the time for staring out the window.
I could see that. But, What? What's what supposed to mean?
I'm the type of person that just stares out the window blankly, and is that what you're trying to say?
I have not been able to easily stay awake in class since 7th grade.
Wow.
Classes put me to sleep. College was really hard. I went to every class unless I was sick. Like, I didn't skip because it was expensive. I went to, like, every class, and I'd even try sitting in the front row to stay awake, and it was not terribly effective.
We fell asleep on a live podcast once. So I think you probably, yeah.
Honestly,
I must be as boring as your teacher, so you just...
No. I probably have, like, some sort of mental thing that never got diagnosed. Why are you talking about this?
I think this guy... I'm changing the subject. I think this guy got in trouble for staring at the window, and then he came up with this story. And he's like...
And he just kept rolling with it?
He's like, look, I posted it. It's true.
Well, dude, I remember I was driving around with a couple friends of mine one night. We saw a shooting star land, like, head towards the Long Island Sound. We drove as far as we could towards where it, went down, but the water was in the way.
Tried to follow it.
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was N7er, is that his name? The Green Lantern?
Yeah, it could have been.
Oh, she's like, this is my chance for the Green Lantern ring. That I was.
Wait, no, N7er is Apocalypse.
Oh, what was his name? It's something similar.
Abin Sur,
yeah.
Yeah, that was my chance, man. Yeah, but if I could conquer great fear, I wouldn't have an inexplainable phobia of bees.
We had RH negative blood, so there you go. All right, this is from Guilford, Connecticut. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, it's not so far away.
Oh, okay. This is your backyard then. There are round shapes burned into the grass in a field near my house. There are round shapes burned into the grass in a field near my house. They are visible from Google Earth and show up at every secluded field in town. That's crazy.
What year was this?
It's got to be pretty recent. It's Google. It's on Google Earth.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore?
Excuse me, no, it still exists.
Oh, I thought so, yeah. You want to check it out? See what maybe they're like...
Seriously? Just go check on Guilford?
We'll have to do it. I mean, they're probably just like... ads.
Honestly, I'm going to a friend's housewarming in Connecticut, like, on Saturday. I want to bring a little fire pit so we can have s'mores and stuff, and I'm wondering if that's what's going on.
Well, be careful, okay?
Yeah, seriously.
All right, here's an interesting one. This is... listen to this, okay? This is from Waterbury, Connecticut.
Waterbury, yeah, that's not far at all.
Time stopped when the ship came. My 2 daughters and I were coming home from the store when I felt everything stop. I looked up, and right over us was a huge silver metal spaceship. It just hovered above us. I don't know if I put the brakes on or if I kept driving. All I know is it happened, and then it was over. I didn't talk with my 16-year-old about it, and the baby was only 3, so I didn't talk about it with her. I can't understand to this day why I didn't react to it right away. It's not like me to wait to talk about something. To this day, my daughter and I know we both saw a huge spaceship right over our car. We both had the feeling that time stopped. We never talk about it. I would love to know what happened that day. Maybe someday I will find out.
Oh, that's kind of, I wonder if the nice part of the story is that parent can bond with their daughter.
Yeah, but they're saying that they didn't talk about it multiple times.
But they know.
They just know. But aren't you supposed to talk to your... I mean, this is an adult who's afraid of what happened. How do you think?
Inexplicably afraid?
Yes.
Ooh, it gets
the 16-year-old, they wouldn't even talk to the kid.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, this one I like. All right, listen to this. Miller Place, New York. Never heard of it. Hubcap-shaped, silver-colored craft spotted. White porthole lights on the side of the craft. 3 green lights on the bottom of the craft. In triangle formation spotted. They then began to swirl into a green beam, which lifted me from my bed. That's the end of the story.
Okay.
We need more information.
Stopping off at a pretty important part in the description here.
Yeah. We need a little more.
Okay, they lifted you up off your bed. Did they just like lift you up and then drop you?
They did. They just stopped writing.
Seriously. Like, I'm curious.
They got abducted and they couldn't finish the story.
I'll admit though, dude, it's pretty funny.
Where are we going with this?
No, I've been asleep and I dreamt I was falling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up and landed on my bed.
Were you maybe sitting up or something?
No, I probably had a back spasm while I was asleep. And this was when I had a bunk bed. I was on the top bunk of a bunk bed and then I landed on it.
You did like a pelvic thrust and lifted yourself into the sky.
That's right, ladies. Yeah, it was so weird. I just woke up and went wham. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened to this person here.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. Hamburg, New York. My daughter and I sat down at Applebee's in Hamburg, where we both seen, looking outside the window over the parking lot, a large muffin-shaped craft about 200 feet above the parking lot. The bottom of the craft opened, and it looked like a bowl upside down. It had a slow counterclockwise spin. The bottom of the craft was grooved, with white lights between each groove. It moved back and forth over the parking lot that was full of cars. It darted back and forth as it ascended upwards. A lot of details.
Yeah.
I would call it a darting movement that was hard to watch as it moved. It was about 100 feet across and 50 feet tall. It then stopped again for a few seconds and came closer towards us, and then darted over Applebee's, where we could not see it any longer. It was seen about 500 feet from us to about 200 feet when it moved over Applebee's. There were people in the parking lot looking up. I do not wish to give contact information for safety.
That's a really cool story, actually.
To be in an Applebee's and have something interesting happen besides food poisoning. Yes, wonderful.
Oh, that's your takeaway?
Yeah. I do not wish to give contact information for safety. Maybe the Applebee's will come after her. Or how dare you use our restaurant's name in this way to scare people.
How am I going to know which?
She said where it was. I'm going to this Hamburg Applebee's.
Maybe, dude, it's an Applebee's. There might be like 17 of them in Hamburg.
That's a good point. Yes. I will attempt them all, and I believe the aliens are contacting people through the Applebee's.
Applebee's.
They said these are the best of the best, the people that eat in this establishment.
Well,
these are the ones I will contact.
It's interesting to me that the ship was shaped like a giant muffin. It
was muffin-shaped.
I mean, that's very distinct. I mean, but the thing is, most flying saucers, you could say they're muffin-shaped, but the bottom part on a muffin is a lot taller than... Actually, no. I got my muffin proportions wrong. When was the last time I had a muffin? Dude, Seriously, think about this. Just stop. You never really ask yourself this question.
Stopping.
When was the last time you had a muffin?
I have a muffin every week.
Really?
Yeah. It's a special thing.
I haven't had one in like a year or months.
Every Saturday I go, I play music, and then on the way home I stop and get a muffin.
That's pretty cool.
This is my routine every week.
That could be considerably worse.
I like the red velvet muffin is one of my favorites. I don't know if that's really a muffin. It's more of it's like a cake, I guess. A lot of food's been blurred over time. I think it has something to do with the aliens as well.
Yeah, because muffins and cupcakes are very similar, and some muffins are really just cupcakes without frosting. Like, stop kidding yourself.
Anyway, here's the thing about this stuff. Everyone describes the ships as different shapes and different lights and stuff like that. Now, I guess the aliens could have different types of crafts, or there could be many different races of aliens that are coming from various planets. But if everyone had the same exact description, you would have to be like, it's true, right?
It would certainly lend more credibility if unrelated people had noted the same things.
But they're all so different.
Yeah.
This guy's got a muffin spaceship. This dude's got one that's like a cigar. You know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to connect the two together.
Well, obviously, it can change forms as it pleases.
Clearly.
All right, I'll do one more for today. It's from High Falls, New York. At like 11:30, a few of my friends and I were at my parents' party. We weren't drunk or high.
Yeah.
We saw 3 flying objects with green, yellow, and purple lights flashing erratically above the main falls. They weren't very high up, but they were high enough. They were silent and moving in a very glitchy type of movement. After that, we began to see figures coming up the hill. They looked just like blank black forms. They didn't look like humans. They were curvy. This is where it gets kind of weird. Please, someone come and investigate this manor. I am scared to sleep. Once in a while, I still see them. I'm only 17, and I know what I saw.
I hate to say it, but my first question is, do you have red hair?
Oh. Let's try to get this guy on the show. We need to help him out.
Oh, no, I don't think they'd want to.
They don't want to give their story. This is upsetting. This guy's afraid. He's scared.
It's sad. It doesn't matter what they saw. It's sad that they're, upset, just scared of their life.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Like an inexplainable... No, like an alien thing?
Just some kind of situation. Maybe you're in the woods in the dark, or walking home at night, and you sense something strange.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Is it in your own head?
In my case, it's probably in my own head, but the worst is when I'm trying to sleep and I'm half asleep and I dream I'm in my room.
Whoa, what?
And there's just this sense of like foreboding, like that something bad is happening, and no matter what I do, I can't get away from it.
Oh my God.
And I'm trying to wake. I'm halfway awake, halfway asleep, and I'm stuck in the middle. I can't go to peaceful sleep, and I can't wake up, and I can't do anything. Then eventually I wake up and realize, oh, I was asleep. I can go back to bed now and things will be okay, but it's really rather perplexing.
Well, it's probably because you were... No, I'm going to get into that again. I don't know. I think it's... this goes back to the human body thing we're talking about, right? We're talking about the body, and the many things that go wrong. The mind is a whole other side to it.
Dude, I mean... Think about just sleep in general, regardless of dreams and hallucinations.
Sleep is strange.
Sleep is, to paraphrase the next
Where do you go?
Pardon me, I'm going to go pass out for a few hours, lose track of time, and vividly hallucinate and forget everything when I wake up.
Yeah, not even be able to remember the hallucinations.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I mean, this is why I would write dreams down, because it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's odd.
It's sometimes poignant.
Imagine you never had to sleep at all.
They'll probably have some
kind of pill or something one day.
Yeah, like an Adderall that doesn't make you have side effects.
I don't know, it seems like the body needs it, though.
It does, but I don't think people understand why.
They're like, it's time to sleep.
And I guess rest, right?
Well, it's a regeneration type of... Mostly, I think your mind goes if you don't get it.
Yeah, they did like an episode of Star Trek.
The brain needs it.
There's an episode of Star Trek where the crew was able to sleep, but they weren't able to go into REM sleep. So they were all slowly going crazy. I don't know, alien shenanigans, something like that.
The negative blood?
Could be.
Spock?
I don't know, like...
What kind of blood Spock have? Does he have, like, different
green.
color? Yeah, it's green.
It's green, yeah. I don't know why,
all right.
But...
Well, it's the 60s, you know. It's always fun.
Yeah. Speaking of the 60s, man.
Sure.
So, they made a TV show about Archie?
Oh, yeah, Riverdale. I
heard it actually got good reviews.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, this is a good transition. I want to get into talking about a lot of movie stuff and TV stuff now.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Riverdale. I'm probably going to wait until it's all completely out.
Like on Netflix or something?
Yeah, then I'll be able to watch it properly.
I remember, I never read the comics too much as a kid, but I knew enough.
Mm-hmm.
There was Archie, who was always choosing between Betty, the girl next door, and Veronica, the rich, kind of snooty girl.
He's got a choice. Wow.
Yeah. I envy him.
Should be happy to have one or
exactly. And there's Jughead, his buddy who eats burgers all the time.
Yes, he's in the show.
And they did crossovers with Josie and the Pussycats a lot.
Yeah, I think they're all on the show.
They're all on the show. I read a review and it's dark, dude.
Yeah,
it's messed up.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, and what gets me is there's some stuff in the review that I'm curious about because out of context, I don't really know what's happening. But I don't want to pay for the show until it's on Netflix or something. So,
well, I mean, you can't even watch it all anyway. So at this point, until it's all out.
Yeah, I've been watching The Magicians season 2 though.
Okay.
I'm really irritated. This is the show I complained about because I bought season 1 on Amazon, and they could show people having sex, but you couldn't say the F word.
What do you mean showing?
Everything else would fly.
What was shown exactly?
A girl's back as she was riding a dude. And it's not really suggested sex. It's obvious sex, as in it is relevant to the plot that these two orgasm. That is plot relevant.
They have a kid or something?
Reasons. Anyway.
Okay. That's part of the magic trick?
Sure. But the best part is season 2, they left the swears in.
But now you can't show the sex anymore.
Except for when they show clips from season 1. I was like, what the...
This guy probably the censors once, but not again.
Yeah, seriously, I was cracking up. Because, the first time I heard someone say the F word, I'm like, yes, finally, I'm not missing, 0.1% of the dialogue of this show. Wacky. And then they showed a clip, in the previously on the Magicians thing, and I was watching it, and they bleeped it. They just silenced it.
Is Archie saying the F word in Riverdale? Because I'll watch it right now. I won't wait.
I think that's on the CW 11, so...
If Archie's saying the F word, he's got someone riding him, and you show their back, then I'm going to watch.
Actually, that might not... that might be a thing that happens. Every show has to have sex now.
Yeah, every show's got lesbian making out stuff and which is cool. But I mean, you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. It's not.
Who didn't do it for the sake of doing it? I don't know. If you watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the relationship between 2 lesbian characters was actually if you swapped one of their genders. If you swapped one of their genders, it wouldn't have changed anything.
Well, why do you think they're doing it now? Because they had success with it then. So that becomes every show's got to do this. That was the beginning of it. Do you see how it works?
Mind equals blown?
But, the Riverdale, I see some people mad. It's not like Archie, but I don't know how you would do Archie.
It's like Dark-Chi.
It's basically like Twin Peaks, the show from the late 80s.
Yeah, that show put me to sleep, yo.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to be amazing, but I couldn't watch.
Couldn't do it. All right, fair enough.
It's supposed to be a really good show, though.
So I want to talk about some stuff here. I want to talk about Lego Batman.
Ooh, did you see it?
I did see it. Did you see it?
I didn't see it yet, no.
All right, well, I want to mainly talk about Batman in general. Now, here's the deal. A lot of people have been talking for a couple decades. Who is the greatest comic book character of all time? Who is it? Is it Spider-Man? Is it the Wasp?
Invincible's pretty good.
Does anyone say that? The Wasp is the greatest?
No.
Is it Kilowog? No one ever said that.
Kilowog is really cool, though.
Oh,
Maybe
he's
Invincible.
Awesome. He actually looked good in the Green Lantern movie, by the way.
I feel like, yeah, the only part.
So who is the greatest character? Mainly, you get different people saying different things. I will tell you, I will show the court the evidence, the proof of why Batman is the greatest, and his Lego Batman is the proof that Batman is the greatest character of all time. And I'll explain.
Really?
I will explain. If you look at Batman, how many different incarnations there have ever been of the Batman? Look at the comics. There's like the very early Batman, Bob Kane stuff.
Yeah.
Bill Finger stuff. It's like he's like a detective, right? Then you have later on, you have the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams work, which is more like James Bond with a cowl. That's how I would describe that stuff. Then you have like the Frank Miller Batman, it's like the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Right? The little darker version. Now look at the TV and the movies. You have the 60s show. Crazy campy.
C is for Catwoman.
Crazy campy show. I will say this, if you want to enjoy that show, right? If you want to watch it, and you have to have the right mindset, and I think anyone can enjoy it and like it. If you're like, I'm going to watch a superhero show, and you put that on, you're going to be like, what is this, right?
The movie was great, dude.
Oh, it is. Hold on. But if you approach it as a satire of the genre, it's wonderful. And it works because it's set up like how these modern superhero movies are, because you have like to introduce the villain, then he has a plot of what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Then he gets away. Then they corner him in the end and get him. It's pretty much how these all go. But anyway, keep that's off topic. But then in the 90s, you had like the corporate Hollywood blockbuster Batmans, which were very different. They were all very different.
Yeah.
In the 2000s, the aughts, as I like to say, you had the Nolan, the more earnest version of the Bat. Now you have the Affleck version, which is still, I guess, a work in progress, kind of weird.
Yeah, to say the least.
But it's been successful to some degree.
To some degree.
And now you have this Lego Batman.
Will Arnett,
which is kind of like a parody of Batman himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically how the internet talks about Batman if he was how they talk about him. Like he could do anything, beat anybody, and
first try.
It's like he's that, and he knows it.
I'm perfect, and I know it.
And all these versions, so many different versions over many, many decades, all very successful in some way. What other character has done that or could do that? Does anyone even come close? There's been a lot of different Spider-Man versions over the years, but not at this level.
No.
Superman, you've had a couple different. Those are the two that come closest, but they're still far, far away, I would say.
There's 3
Hello?
There's 3 Cyclopses.
Cyclops has had a couple. The X-Men have a couple. We'll get to the X-Men later. We'll talk about them. But I think you most agree that Batman's had the widest range and the most success.
Yes.
So that's why I say this. Do you have a retort in any way?
No, Batman kicks effing butt, dude. Like, what do you
That's
want
my
from me
opinion.
here?
You can disagree. It's fine. But the Lego Batman movie is excellent. Will Arnett is the Batman. His voice must really hurt, I would think, at the end of the
but that's
voice
how he
recording
talks.
session. Yeah.
I've made a huge mistake.
You know who Robin is? You didn't see this.
No, I don't.
Michael Cera, your buddy.
Oh, wait, why is he my buddy? Oh, Scott
you love him,
Pilgrim,
that's why.
I don't love him. I just think he gets more hate than he deserves.
Two-Face is Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. Wait,
Lando.
that's Lando Calrissian.
Do you know the story behind this?
No.
So, in Batman 1989, Harvey Dent was played by Billy D. Williams.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
He never got to be Two-Face because by the time they got to Two-Face, Batman Forever, he was replaced by Tommy Lee Jones. So they replaced him. He never got to be Two-Face. So now all this time later, they brought him back to be Two-Face in this Lego Batman, the voice of Two-Face.
That's kind of really funny.
It's kind of cute. So the movie's crazy because it really examines the Batman, the mind of Bruce Wayne, And if you've seen the Lego Movie, kind of acts pretty poorly. His behavior.
Yeah.
And what they've kind of done with his movie is they kind of explain that like he's like this because his parents died, right?
Darkness.
He kind of like pushes everyone away.
Parents.
He pushes everyone away because he's afraid to have a family again and to lose a family again. The pain of that.
Why is this making me think of Despicable Me for some reason?
Oh.
I haven't even seen Despicable Me.
I have no idea.
Okay.
That part will be edited out. It adds nothing. No, I'm just joking. It's going in. But,
Go on.
So like it's got this like deep examination of his mind and why he is this like shrouded in the darkness and alone and like kind of keeps Alfred even at arm's length,
Yeah.
Doesn't embrace him as his like father because essentially he is in a way, right? But he never calls him dad or in any of the versions. And basically, they basically go into this whole thing about how he's afraid to lose his family, to have more people around him that he's going to lose, so he always keeps everyone away. And they do this whole thing with the Joker, which is insane, where Joker essentially wants to be Batman's top, or his most hated villain, or his top villain, his arch rival, right? So the Joker will ask him like, am I your top guy, your top villain? And Batman will reject him. And the way he says it to him, it's almost like he's asking him, like, are we in a relationship?
What?
Yeah, it's like, it's almost, the way that he presents it is like, are we together? And then Batman's like, no. So it's like, it goes even deeper. Like, he can't even accept Joker as his rival or as his arch nemesis.
That's too much connection for him?
It's too much connection. Can't admit it.
So that's why he was such a jerk to Wildstyle.
And Joker does the stuff he does to get his attention because he wants to like Batman's. He wants Batman's attention. He wants Batman to think about him. And yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's such a cool angle on the whole thing. And tons of Batman references in there. Tons of DC references.
Yeah, I think I saw in one of the ads they had Green Lantern again.
Yeah, he's
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those guys are in there. But yeah, a lot of cool references and stuff. It's got weird cameos from other Lego properties that are like strange and you're like, whoa, what the?
Ninjago.
No, not Ninjago. It's got like other like I don't want to give it away because
don't do it.
It's got weird stuff that you wouldn't think.
This is some weird, wild stuff.
Your pal Rosario Dawson's in there as Barbara Gordon, who you stalk in the streets of New York.
Rosario Dawson as Barbara Gordon?
Yes.
Huh. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Does she get in line for a movie?
No, it's only in real life. So, yeah, speaking of that, lots of stuff coming out this month in March.
Oh, yeah. Rick and Morty Season 3.
Okay, there's one. I was going to say Iron Fist is actually March 17th.
Ooh.
So
keep your email inboxes free, friends.
That ties into the Rosario connection. She's in that one, too.
Of course.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I love those Netflix shows. Just the fact that they exist and when it comes out and it's just there waiting for you when you have a chance to watch it. And it's like, it's like just a gift, always there for you. It's awesome.
Always there for you.
And then also coming out, I want to know if you're going to see these movies that are coming out here. We have Power Rangers.
I'll watch it.
Are you going to go see it?
I barely remember the show. I barely watched it as a kid.
And then Beauty and the Beast.
That's not out yet?
Comes out in March.
That stars the same actor who played Hermione Granger.
Yeah, so basically the same stuff I was watching in 1993. I'll be watching this month in the movies.
Oh my gosh, you're right. There's a Batman movie.
Power Rangers and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my gosh, man.
And then also coming out, man, I'm very excited next week. Already next week, Logan. It came out so fast. It's like, well,
yeah.
It's like, it's a week from Friday.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oi.
Why, you can't go?
No, where'd the time go? Zick. Oh, I can't go on Fridays anyway. Unless someone wants to go in the city.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It looks really good. It's supposed to be Hugh Jackman's last Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
I think it could be. Maybe what are they going to do from this point on? They need someone to save the X-Men.
Well, we'll get to that. I want to talk about some X-Men stuff. I'd like to see them reboot the whole deal. It doesn't seem like that's where they're going, though.
No, that's not. They can do it so much better. Take the original team.
Do you have any expectations for this? Are you excited at all, or what's your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I still haven't seen John Wick 2 yet.
Well, it's not connected to this movie.
Are you talking about the expectations for Logan?
Yes.
Specifically?
Yeah, what did you think I was asking?
I think it could be okay. It's a little bit taking on some of the stuff from Old Man Logan, and they even say Old Man Logan in one of the trailers.
I saw the trailer.
I couldn't help it. It was on when I was watching something else.
Okay.
But I think it could be good. It looks a little bit weird, and they said a couple things in the trailer that I find annoying.
What did they say?
Just
I hate Cyclops' dick.
Just it's going to be plot relevant. I don't know if I should say.
No, that's fine. It's in the trailer.
You're not healing, Logan.
Oh, well. They did that in the last movie, too, though.
What do you mean he healed?
No, the Wolverine.
Oh, I didn't see that.
In Japan?
No, I didn't watch that one.
You never saw it?
Is that the good one or the bad one?
It's okay. It's pretty good.
All right. I saw the bad one.
The Origins?
Yeah, it was so bad. It turned me off, man.
Well, they basically, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of these movies don't seem like they exist. I don't know what the timeline is. I guess it doesn't matter. You just go in like it's a new movie. And
do the Fantastic Four exist?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I'm saying within the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Some of them now never happened and they don't make sense with each other.
No.
But anyway, even though OJ's trying to talk me out of it, I am looking forward to the Logan movie.
I'm going to watch it, dude. If I remember it exists.
What's your thoughts on Wolverine overall as like a character? When you first saw Wolverine, like how old were you? Were you impressed? Did you like him?
I mean, I thought he was a cool character. He was one of my best friend's favorite characters. So I had to like him.
You're like, I have to like him. I don't want to, but I will.
No, I didn't.
Because
I had no reason to dislike him except what I didn't realize when I was a kid.
If I don't like Wolverine, then he won't like me, and I will have no friends. Is that what happened?
Kind of. But what got me was, like, when I was a kid, I didn't think too deeply about it, but Wolverine was kind of like a jerk, a tough guy.
Yeah.
He did whatever he wanted.
Isn't it weird? I was thinking about this today, like the 90s, that's what people were gravitating towards.
Yeah.
Like heroes that looked like villains. So
yeah.
Like Ghost Rider, Spawn, even like Venom had like a run as a hero for a bit.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, it's like, it was all about like, we want anti-heroes in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because we're a little more extreme. But Wolverine was created in the 70s, but he really, man, he blossomed in the 90s. Like he was overused.
He's supposed to be a pint-sized pipsqueak who could F your stuff up.
Yeah. I think that actually helped him that he was with the X-Men.
Yeah.
And then, because I think if they just introduced him and tried to put him over as like here's our new single superhero guy.
Yeah.
Might not have worked, but he got to actually develop within the comic, you know?
Yeah.
To the point where like, this guy's great, you know?
I mean, what annoyed me, honestly, was I liked him more when he was less likable.
That might have been some of his best stuff.
Yeah, because they slowly started making him like,
more human.
Wait, guys, people aren't going to like Wolverine if he's a jerk to this kid.
Well, they tried to have progression with the character, so he eventually would calm down and became more of a person.
Yeah, he's allowed to be a person, but I don't know.
Wolverine I love is when we never knew anything about his past. I thought that was awesome.
That was better.
Then they tried to later on. They tried to explain, and I never really read the origin stuff. I just like the idea that no one knows really what was going on. He doesn't know, and now he's this guy who like has no past, but he's trying to do the right things going forward. That's just cool.
Yeah, instead of like, oh no, he and Sabretooth were friends as children.
They're pretty unique.
Or maybe they're half brothers.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But so unique, and also a hero that was put through like a horrific experiments to get part of his powers.
Half his most distinctive powers.
Yeah. Well, that's just a cool idea, because everyone else was so nice for them, right? I got bit by the spider, the next day I'm just doing all this shit.
To be fair, a lot of the mutants did not have cool origins, man.
Yeah, the mutants are a totally different thing.
Yeah, because the mutants, the way they got their powers usually is like, oh gosh, I just blasted the roof off my orphanage because little Timmy was making fun of me.
And then everyone hates them because they were born with powers, but the people that got the powers later through like accidents,
okay,
they're fine. They're okay. But
yeah,
if you were born like that, we hate you.
Oh man, She-Hulk, you're the best.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah,
no, to be honest though, She-Hulk is really cool.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to do something with She-Hulk in the movies.
Oh, you mean in the movie?
Yeah, maybe someday.
They don't have her. She's an Avenger.
Oh, well, not the X-Men. I'm talking about the other.
Oh, I thought you meant in Logan.
And She-Hulk and with Logan? We don't need this. There's so many X characters they haven't even used properly or used at all.
Oh, how much? This would be hilarious. Okay, prediction?
Yes.
Bishop shows up.
They already used Bishop.
Huh?
He was in Days of Future Past for like 2 seconds.
Oh, right. No.
See, that's the problem. They blew through a lot of people, like, too.
Regardless, time travel, all right?
Yes.
Time travel, anything can happen.
Sure.
Bishop shows up at the end and takes X-23 to modern times.
I think that I feel like that might something that's going to happen like that. Yeah, if she goes back, or like
so then
Xavier's
they have a Wolverine
like,
character to hang out with the X-Men kids.
Or Xavier's like, I'm going to send you back to when I was young or something, right? Or younger.
To when I had hair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly a possibility.
Yep, and then she's going to be in a love triangle with Jean and Scott. And
whoa, what?
Think about it, man. No, seriously, Marvel's going to do this because there's been a love triangle with Wolverine, Jean, and Scott, right? Well, they're kids. They're going to send her back in time to a little bit before the whole X-Men thing. So they're all going to be the same age, and now the love triangle is going to be between Jean, Scott, and X-23.
Yeah, I can see that happening. That doesn't sound very good.
It would be really funny if X-23 was still going after Jean. Though apparently coming to think of it, any love triangle with X-23 is effed up because she had a horrible childhood and horrible things happened to her. Now that I think about it,
there was a love triangle with Cyclops with Psylocke and Jean.
Dude, what's with him? I think psychic women just like manipulating his mind.
He's very weak-willed. It's very easy for them to control. Cyclops is awesome, man. If you read the books,
yeah,
I stopped at a point because it gets crazy, but he's cool, man. Have you
heard it from me?
Have you seen the Legion show? I haven't seen it at all.
No, I haven't. I don't get FX.
The same deal. I'm gonna wait till it's all out.
You heard it was good, right?
I heard it was really good, but it seems like it has no connection to any kind of thing. It's like its own universe.
Even though they said, in cooperation with Marvel Pictures, blah, 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 blah.
Well, then it gets complicated because there is no, the X universe is all messed up.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Them, restart.
Why couldn't they just do the show? Just do the cartoon. Do that again.
I would just restart the movie. Start it with Professor with the original five X-Men.
But that's the thing, didn't they try with that first X-Men movie?
The X-Men 1.
It wasn't the original team, but
well, that was the beginning of this series of things that's gone on.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't that bad. Except for nope. I'm remembering. Yeah, though I am remembering the Magneto's plot, and I'm laughing again.
I'm just talking about at this point.
Yeah, just wipe.
I'm not saying destroy all the footage of the previous movies that existed. Some are really good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would go from just the beginning, restart the whole thing. It's all messed up, man. Now you got this. The last one was in the 80s. Now they're playing another one. It's gonna be in the 90s. Well, what's going on now?
Oh no, they're doing. Wait, no. Hold up. The next movie's in the 90s.
Supposedly, yeah.
They could fix everything.
It's already too messed up.
It's been 10 years. You can ignore everything that's happened.
And then now they're planning a New Mutants movie.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
cool characters, but they don't even have a main team.
No, there was a whole series that ran for 100 issues. There's stuff in there.
Oh no, by main team I mean the movies don't have a solid foundation.
Yeah, it's exactly right. They just introduced the new Cyclops and Nightcrawler and all these people. You haven't really gotten a good feel for who they are. Now, here's a whole other group of guys. Yeah,
and because honestly, the New Mutants are really cool. Cannonball was really cool.
Yeah.
What was it?
Liana Rasputin is in there.
Magic. Oh man, if we had a good, cool Colossus, because Colossus is so much fun.
Well, there's
He
some
is
rumors
so fun
here. Arya from Game of Thrones as Wolfsbane.
is playing
That's a
as
rumor.
Wolfsbane.
That's a rumor.
Is she the one who turns into a wolf?
Yeah, she becomes like a werewolf woman.
Yeah, Karma's the one who like makes you see your fears or mind controls you or something.
And then here's the thing: like, when the New Mutants became X-Force, a lot of them eventually left.
With Cable.
And they went with Cable. So like, now you have the Deadpool movie, and they're talking about Cable's going to be in that. So I wonder, I guess it's all going to connect somehow. They'll start with like Xavier and be like, no, we don't. I don't know, whatever. It's just like a lot of things going on, you know.
Yeah,
seem a little more streamlined. Have like a long-term plan, you know. Like it seems like the Marvel side, they have a plan.
They had a clear plan for decades.
Did you ever read Generation X?
No,
it was in 1995. They tried to do like another New Mutants team, but it was it was called Generation X, and it was Banshee and the White Queen were in charge of the students.
What?
And Jubilee was one of them.
What?
It was like a whole new team of people. It was good. It was actually good, but didn't really take off huge or anything.
Well, when one of your main characters is Jubilee, you're starting a little bit behind the.
She got more. They made her more powerful as time went on.
With the power of sparkles.
So I was reading some Wolverine stuff
to
prepare for the movie.
Just
going through some things, man. So
something.
I was reading the Fatal Attractions series. It's from 1993, I believe. So this is the storyline where Wolverine got his skeleton ripped out by Magneto.
Yeah.
And it bothered me as a kid, I remember. And it bothers me now as, I guess, middle-aged person that probably has as much money as I did when I was a kid. But basically, like, Magneto built this insane... he took over... Cable had this insane, like, space station. It's called Grey Malkin or something, I believe.
Okay.
And Magneto took this thing over. He went up there, he, like, crushed Cable's body.
Ow.
And he took it over, and he's the acolytes, they're all living up there. And he's turning this into, like, a haven for mutants, and all the mutants can go there if they want. And, but he's doing crazy stuff. He's messing with Earth. He's, like, screwing up the magnetic fields. He took all the nukes and, like, pointed them at the Earth, brought them into space, and he has them all up there. Just being a jerk.
Yeah.
I think he did something where he made all electricity go off on Earth. So Professor's like, all right, we gotta stop this. And he decides he's gonna kill Magneto, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he makes a small team of X-Men, because all the X-Men are there, like, they all want to go. He's like, no, we can't. Like, we have to sneak into the ship, we gotta do all this stuff. So, I'm only picking certain people. I'm taking Quicksilver and Rogue. They're the speed team. Because Quicksilver, all he can do is run.
And be awesome.
He's cool. I like him. Just give him a hard time. Gambit and Wolverine will be the stealth team.
Yep.
And then Jean Grey and the Professor himself, who is wearing a suit that allows him to walk and stuff.
Yeah.
They will be the telepaths. Okay? And they're like, all right, here's the plan. We're going to kill him. We all have to agree on this. Right? And Wolverine's like, listen, I got no problem killing people. It's fine. But I need to know that everyone's in on this, and you're definitely going to do it. Because once it's done, there's no looking back. It's final. It's death.
Yeah. Serious business.
And everyone's like, yeah, we're all into it. Everybody's like, yeah, we're down. Right? And there's this cool scene where Cyclops, he's like, he's not going.
Mm-hmm.
And he's mad. He's like, why can't I go? I'm the original X-Man. I can do stuff up there.
Yeah.
Come on. So Professor says nothing, and then Cyclops just realizes, wait a second, you don't expect to survive. So you need people to stay back to keep this going. It's crazy. It's crazy good. And he's like, all right, he backs off. He's like, well, all right. I'm the Professor now.
Wow.
So anyway, they go up there, they do a bunch of stuff. Colossus actually turned heel, and he was with Magneto. But then he kind of like had second thoughts, so he like saw the X-Men on the security, because he was like on security duty, watching the TVs. And he's like, all right, he doesn't tell anyone that he saw the X-Men come in. So they're able to get far in there. And they like destroy Magneto. They like beat the crap out of him, right? And then they have him like locked down, and Wolverine's coming in. They all promised the plan the professor came up with. Wolverine did not come up with the plan. Professor came up with the plan. He's just doing what he wanted him to do.
Yep.
He goes to take him out. Jean has second thoughts.
Of course she does.
This isn't the right thing. This goes against your dream, Professor. Why could we do this to him? And she releases the telepathic hold that she has on him. Magneto snaps out of it. He freaking destroys Wolverine, rips the adamantium out of his bones, and nearly kills him. And Professor freaks out. He decides to wipe Magneto's mind completely. He doesn't kill him. He just makes his mind like nothing.
Yeah.
And he's just like a body. And then Colossus is all upset, because he didn't tell anyone the X-Men were there. He didn't know what they were doing, so he decides to stay there and help Magneto. He feeds him.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, what gives him diapers or something. I don't know.
Ugh.
But Wolverine's destroyed, and they got to come home, and he's all messed up for 2 years, I think, before he got a skeleton back, and he was all messed up.
Wow.
But I was like, Jean, come on, and no one even called her out on it. They just blame Magneto mostly. How could he do that? They're you're gonna kill him.
You're so evil.
Yeah, but it really made me upset.
You made me nearly kill you. Stop making me hit you.
But it's fun
so I guess you're on Team White Queen, huh?
No. I like Jean. I like Jean all the way. But I just didn't like that moment. She had a bad moment.
Yeah. Kind of yeah. Never mind.
But check that out. Check out Old Man Logan, as John said. Some good Wolverine stuff.
Yeah, just be warned. Hillbilly Hulks.
Like the Brood Saga.
That was pretty cool. Aliens, pretty cool.
Yeah, all the X-Men get captured and get impregnated by these aliens. They're going to grow out of them and become aliens with their X-Men's powers. Kind of like the alien in the movie, I guess. But Wolverine, he survives it because his healing factor kills the fetus inside of him.
Oh my gosh, he had yeah.
So he's basically on his own against all these aliens, and he saves everybody. And it's pretty good.
Is that the one where they're coming back and the ship catches on fire?
Oh, that happens so many times. It's possible.
The pre-Phoenix one.
No, this is after Phoenix.
Okay.
So yeah, it's after Phoenix.
Okay.
So I checked those out. I checked out the 1982 Chris Claremont, Frank Miller miniseries. It's the Japan story that the last movie was kind of based on. It's pretty different in the movie, but it's good. So there you go, Wolverine.
The Claude Canadian. What?
Oh, just more of a Cyclops guy.
Of course, but he doesn't mean Wolverine's bad.
It sounds like you don't like him. Sorry, so you come off.
No. I don't have blind...
All right, well, you apologize to him, right?
I don't have blind devotion towards the man, though.
So I want to talk about the Oscars are this weekend. It's a big deal.
Oh,
it's a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. I saw many of the movies. I got some screeners through dubious means.
Okay.
After we just did a whole conversation about how you shouldn't steal things. Well, they were lent to me. But I got some screeners and watched a good amount of the movies, not all of them, that are not the Best Motion Picture Award.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't really watch them with the idea of oh, these must be really good because they're nominated. I do it with more of a challenge. Oh, you're supposed to be good, huh? Let's see what you got. Let's see how good you really are.
Bridge of Spies last year was good,
but they're all pretty good though. Most of the time, I would say. So I saw Hidden Figures.
Oh, is that good? I was told it was.
It's about the ladies worked for NASA in the 60s, right? Yeah, it's good. It's a solid movie. Good actors, well made.
Is it exciting? It seemed like it was going to be kind of boring.
It's not. Well, look, it's real. I mean, it's real life things. So it's historically accurate and
but very good.
Yeah, Exactly. It doesn't have the craziness of like something of like fiction. And you don't want to make things up like, the ladies had to like board the shuttle and,
they took it to Mars.
Take it to Mars and then set up shop there and then get them back home or anything. And one of them like flew out of the ship on its descent and they had to like, tie together some bunch of like, coffee cans and stuff and ropes to try to get her back on. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But no, it's real life. It's real. It's it shows a lot of discrimination, crazy stuff that went on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That you look back on and go, "Wow, it's pretty awful." And you wonder if someday someone will look back at our current days and think something like that. I don't know. Maybe
they probably will.
Arrival. You know about this movie?
That's one where the aliens are coming and then someone deciphers the words they left somewhere, and then Hawkeye does stuff.
Amy Adams is in there. She does some of the stuff OJ was talking about. Yeah, it's awesome. It's an alien movie, but there's no guns or fighting or anything. Like most alien movies are like the aliens come and then at the end the humans are like punching them and shooting them. They're fighting each other, right? So there's none of that kind of stuff. So it's more like a drama or something, but with aliens that came to Earth. Mm. There's a huge twist in it. It works because it works based on your experience with other movies, because other movies show you flashbacks and stuff like that. You're used to that story element, right?
Don't spoil it, dude.
It's not a spoiler. So you're used to that element, but they do something like very different with that. So that's kind of the kick to it. And then I saw Moonlight.
Moonlight?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's got the guy that played Cottonmouth in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's one of these it's like an urban movie, I guess you would say. Yeah. With all that, it's got like all the usual tropes to it, like the gangs and the drugs and that kind of thing. But then you realize like it's so much more than that. It's really about like who are you? Like who are you? And who are you when your environment doesn't allow you to be who you are, who you really are, and then not allowing the environment you're in to define who you are.
That really sounds like Cottonmouth, dude. Right?
Well, he's not the main guy, but he's
but right though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. They kind of had that same kind of thing to it. But it's like really excellent. It's probably the best acting of all these movies I saw. Like, it could basically be like real footage. Like these people didn't know they were being recorded, and then
wow,
yeah, it's really tremendously good. And then La La Land, which I saw, that one I saw in the theaters, talked about last time. I think it's going to win the award because it's about Hollywood itself. So they like that kind of thing. But I think it'll win. I think it's good. I mean, it's crazy. It's a musical. So you got dancing and singing, but also the camera movements and everything's got to be properly in the right spot, choreographed, and it's insane to put that together. Probably, I would imagine.
Yeah, and Ryan Gosling got to speak.
And to me, this is like the dark. It's like, oh my god, that's the surface. It's like this musical thing, right? But to me, this is the darkest kind of movie.
Really?
If you look at a horror movie, right? Like,
yeah,
it's pretty unbelievable. The stuff that can't really happen. You know what I mean? For the most part, it's kind of like ridiculous stuff that's not really going to happen in real life, right?
Never.
But this thing is about like, it's really about like your choices of the past and possibly regretting those choices and realizing you can't go back to change anything about it.
Huh.
And now here you are, and it's brutal, man. It's brutal kind of things. It's the kind of thing where if I saw this when I was like 16, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten it.
I would understand what they were going for. I would have just be like, whatever. Now you just move on to the next thing. Didn't work out, but now that I have some history, you kind of have these moments sometimes, right? Maybe could have done this or that. Not you shouldn't linger on that kind of thing, or
you shouldn't. But
you have to understand that it's part of life to make a choice and follow that path.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And of course, you idealize it. Like, oh, if I did it, like you in your mind, sometimes you're like, this would have been great. You don't know that. It could have been a lot worse than what happened. Right?
True. You can never really be sure.
It plays with a lot of that kind of stuff, which is pretty dark to me.
Interesting.
It's freaking dark. The way that's done, because basically they're not happy with their choices.
Huh.
So, yeah. There's the Oscars, man. There's other ones.
Did you see any of the animated movies?
No, there's other ones nominated. I didn't see all of them. There's like,
if you get a chance, watch April in the Twisted World.
Yeah, all right.
I think that was nominated for Best Foreign Film or something.
Yeah, I was sticking to the Best Picture.
Best Picture.
Sorry.
Sorry, I wish you could have seen the look on my face just then. It was beautiful. I mean, I wish I could have seen it too.
I was glad I didn't see that.
Yeah, you would be. Okay, so it sounds like there's some good contenders this year.
I'd rather watch the tape of my neck being sliced and the orange cottage cheese coming out.
Oh, gosh. Orange cottage cheese, why? No.
Yeah. That's all I got, man. What do you got? Anything else for me?
Oh, my goodness. Nothing terribly special. I already talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Last time, right?
I don't think you... I think you mentioned that you tried to be in the movie or something. Just give us the small version. I don't know if you did or not. Just give us the
I tried to be in the movie. I tried to be in the movie, but everybody who entered and lost got to go see it.
Tell the whole thing.
I waited in line for 2 hours at New York Comic Con to say one line, which was anything in those scans. And I didn't win.
It was like a contest, basically.
Yeah. And then if you were going for the other role, which was supposed to be a girl, would be, I baked these for you. Anyway. So yeah, all the people who lost got invited to come see the premiere of the movie in New York City. And I'm not a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I am not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan at all, really. I just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged because it's funny and my friends love it, so I'll watch.
What do you like more, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Wolverine?
Wolverine.
You're supposed to be pretty low then for Yu-Gi-Oh! Jeez.
Why does everyone think I hate Wolverine?
All right, I'm sorry. Continue.
Anyway, yeah, so the weirdest thing was all the tropes that I see on the internet, like involving Yu-Gi-Oh!, like the weird faces on like certain characters, all that other stuff, it was in the movie, and people were laughing out loud at some of this stuff. And I honestly couldn't tell if they were laughing with the movie or at it. But since they were there, it had to be with. It was a really weird experience where the movie was self-aware that they were playing a children's card game, as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge people would say, and everything was hinging on it. So that was an experience. Yeah, they took some photos. I have to go email the photographer to see if I can get them because it was pretty funny. But it was a good time, but very weird to watch. Like, being not a member of the fandom, surrounded by members of the fandom, it was like an interesting, like, a Gorillas in the Mist thing. But everyone was
like
really
inside
nice.
baseball, right? They all know.
Yeah.
They all know it so well.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they're funny humor and things that are, like, weird and inside stuff. They probably all watched it, too, before that online.
But it was really funny.
You saw the Japanese version 3 years ago?
The dub wasn't bad either. But yeah, it was
cool.
very
You have to go for free, though.
Yeah, and it was very generous of the people who set the whole thing up. Picture going to one of those things we saw, like one of those premieres.
Yeah.
Except they had a party for the cool kids right on right there.
What's the party though?
I don't know. I could see it I could see it on a level we weren't allowed to go to.
What were they doing?
Drinking and talking.
They were using the F word, and someone was writing someone else. You saw their back naked from the back.
Exactly. And if that doesn't get you to watch The Magicians, I don't know what will.
Should be the commercial. All right, man. So I think we're good. We'll be back in a month. I guess we'll talk about a lot of the stuff that's coming out. I'm probably going to watch a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, hopefully I've seen John Wick and Batman.
What does John Wick have to do with this? How does this
It's a movie that's out and it's awesome.
How does this come into the conversation?
We're talking about movies.
Perhaps we'll go to the Iron Fist premiere. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what's going on.
I'm hoping to.
It's only in like a couple weeks.
Yikes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Scary.
I don't know. Might have to skip this one. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
Defenders, I'm definitely gonna go to that one.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, I got some local news we'll talk about next month. Enough time.
Ooh.
I didn't want to get to it now because I don't want to rush it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I dig it. It's a good story.
Sure.
Get this weird newspaper, man. And I've been getting this thing for years. I never looked. Just throw it in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let me look at this thing. Oh, there's some gems in there.
Let's harvest them.
Some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
And whatever else occurs, friends.
Mm-hmm. Should be good.
One last thing before we get out of here. I told you I was excited for Logan.
Uh-huh.
It is a lie. I dislike Logan, much like OJ. Not as much as him, but much like him. I was holding out hope for a movie about the greatest X-Man. Morph.
Nice.
So to send this out here, I will play for you my rendition. My original composition, actually. It's not my rendition. Of Morph the Song, circa 2013. Bring you back to maybe freshman year of high school, or who knows what you were doing a couple years back. But the message still holds true. Morph is the greatest X-Men. We'll see you next month. OJ, anything else to say?
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your support, guys. You know who you are. You guys rock.
Bye-bye.
How do I get out of here?
This shocking incident at New Salem Mall.
There's a mutant man that looks like anyone you know. You may be surprised to find he's them now in disguise. He could be your mom. He could be your dad. He could be your girlfriend. He could even be your hand. Morph, he's my friend. I'm going back for him. Oh, Morph, Cyclops is a dick. He wanted to let you die. Oh, Morph, greatest X-Man. Should have been in the movie. One more time! This one's for you, Morph! Oh, Morph! You're my friend. I'm going back for you. Oh, Morph! The greatest X-Man. Cyclops is an asshole. Oh, Morph!
Let's go! Eat dirt, Cyclops. X-Men don't cut and run. I'm going back for Beast and Morph. This one's for you, Morph.
This has been a production of STAYBALLSY.com, the best in free and optional entertainment. Have a pleasant evening, and remember, stay ballsy. Don't take any shit from anyone.